Good afternoon. Hope you're all doing fine. As a part of final project presentation, we are presenting you with AWS QuickSight with S3. So before going into the topics, let us see what is AWS. AWS is Amazon Web Services provided by Amazon. Amazon Web Services is nothing but a cloud where you can host your application without any need of on-premise servers. So QuickSight is one of the tool which is provided by Amazon Web Services as a part of business intelligence and machine learning. And S3 is nothing but storage. Why do we need cloud? So the reason behind it is that everyone is living in the busy world. So they need their applications to be developed fast and deployed very easy way. This can be done using cloud, and also the upfront cost is nil when you start with cloud. So let us dive deeper. So before going into any discussion, we need to see what the business objective or based on what our project is constructed. So our project is like a shooting and robbery happened at Cafe, which is present at Boston. So as a part of my daily routine, I used to go to Cafe. One day, all of a sudden, I see that it was uh, there was an incident happened over there, which is nothing but shooting and also the robbery. So I want to, as I'm a regular customer, I want to help Cafe, that is the owner Ren, in some way. So I thought of analyzing the crime rate in Boston and come up with some insight so that he can have his business safe and also their employees safer. This is done with the help of AWS QuickSight and S3. So the next thing, what are the resources we required for doing this project? The first thing is raw data. For any analysis, we need the data. Data is very important and crucial. And data coming from nowhere is not at all useful because you don't get any insights which are real. So getting data from reliable and authentic source is very important. We obtained this from data.boston.gov. And the next thing is for analyzing the data, we need to store the data. The storage part is done on S3. So storing is done on S3. And the next thing is that analyzing the data, that is nothing but business intelligence tool. We analyze data using AWS QuickSight. So why QuickSight? Why not others? It is a scalable. It can accommodate any number of customers from one to many. Fully integrated. It is integrated with number of resources on third-party applications like Salesforce and Adobe Cloud, and you only pay for what you use. In fact, it is pay for what you do. That is pay for session, and this is a software as a service. QuickSight is a software as a service, so you don't need to manage anything. So we are free with IT deployment services, and we don't need to bother about server. Finally, it supports on-premise data, at the same time the third-party cloud data, and also the third-party applications like Adobe Cloud and Tableau or any other thing. We can take data from any other sources and use it. Why QuickSight? QuickSight is an Amazon Web Services utility that gives the business intelligence a data-driven decisions by creating the data, analyzing the data, and visualizing the data. So we do exploration, creation, and consume. So what are the types of editions and users you have in QuickSight? Basically, there are two categories. One is standard, where the type of user is other, means he has everything, like he can control the data, he can create the data, he can manage the resources, and he can view the data. The other is enterprise edition. Here it is categorized into three. The one is admin, who manages the data, who cleans the data. The other who creates the data or who creates the visualizations, and the reader who reads the data. Next, spice. Spice is the backbone for QuickSight. Without spice there is no QuickSight. Spice is nothing but super fast parallel in-memory calculation engine where it takes the data from the data sources and we can visualize the data. This is a lightweight application machine learning algorithm where we can eliminate the use of ETL, which is nothing but data warehousing applications. So we have some limitation when we are doing with this project. What are those limitations? The first limitation is data is confined for Boston only, so we cannot rank the data. And the next is limited access for other users. As we are using standard edition, we don't have the option of sharing the link to others, so we have limited access. Limited free space, we can use maximum of free 1 GB data. If you need more, you need to pay for what you use. And then free subscription is for short time, in fact very short time, that is for only 60 days, which is 2 months. So what is AWS S3? S3 is nothing but simple storage service. In the simple storage service, we take the data and we post the data into the form of buckets. Buckets are created with help of S3 machine learning algorithms where the permissions are counted according to bucket wise. In S3, we have data in the form of object architecture. The use of S3 is it can scale to whatever extent we need. And the next is it can store maximum 5 TB of data without any further permissions, but you can store more data with further permissions. 99% 99.9% monthly uptime, which is like a very good amount of uptime, which is not provided by any other services. Data storage in the form of buckets, so it is stored in the form of buckets. It uses object architecture for management. Integrating S3 with a QuickSight. This is a major project implementation which we had done, and we had hiccup here. So the predefined conditions should be met with the S3, like creating the bucket and having the manifest file for making it to work. That is a predefined data file, and manifest file should be uploaded. If you don't have the manifest file, we cannot do the services on the QuickSight. And S3 should be enabled in QuickSight. So S3 is a service which should be enabled in QuickSight to access the buckets which is stored in S3. So at the same time, the manifest file also, and all the data and bucket permissions should be added to QuickSight. So when you go to the QuickSight, you have the permissions over there. You need to enable the S3 and also the buckets which we need to access. Then only we can access the data from the QuickSight. Yeah, we had seen theoretical part till now. I know it's boring, so let us dive into practicality part so that we have little fun here. So this is called as S3 Management Console. So if you go to S3 Management Console, every data is stored in the form of buckets. So I'll show you what buckets are. These are buckets. This is a small data file. We are not using it. And this is the other data file, which is called as quick boss crime. And in this, we are having the data which we need to analyze. This is a CSV file, which is of 70.8 MB. It's a big one. So we are analyzing this data. And at the same time, to access the file in the S3, we need to have manifest file that is in the form of JSON. So it's all written in the form of JSON. So this is the JSON format file which we need to access from the QuickSight. So when you click on this, you have the object URL here. So you need to just copy it and paste over there, and then I'll show you how to do it. So when you go to this QuickSight Management Console, you go to and you go under the user and then manage QuickSight, and then you get this screen. From this screen, you need to click on security and permissions. So if Amazon S3 is not enabled here, you need to add it. As it is enabled, that's fine for us. If it is not enabled, we need to just click on this checkbox and update it. So as I said, we need to access the bucket files which are present in S3. We need to go to the S3 details and we need to select the buckets. So as we have two S3 files over there, the two same files are present here. The quick boss crime which we have in the S3, we're going to access this for analysis. So let us click on this checkbox and select buckets and then update it. This is all we need to do for getting the data into the QuickSight. Now we are going for the analysis part. So in this analysis part, you just drag and drop, then you will get the visualizations. Here what you see is called as, this is called as dashboard. Dashboard is nothing but a combination of screenshots. So here the data, you can see that import is completed and 100% success, and you have 42,668,020 records which we are going to analyze. So this is all we had did in QuickSight and also S3. Now the further discussion is continued by my friend Herbal. So Herbal, please take it over.
Hi everyone. So today, as my friend is discussing about the S3 and the QuickSight. So coming back to the slides. So this slide shows us the dashboard of where we can see the hourly crime rate in the area of Cafe Inn. So this dashboard shows us the graph of the records by hour of the crime. So it suggests us that 16 hour and till 18th hour, these 2 hours have the most crime rate in the area, and they are also usually the busiest hours for the coffee house. This next graph shows us the count of records by shooting. So shooting in the area is as comparative to the other crimes is very less, which is about 2K, but in the total account of the total count of the criminal activities going on in the area is almost 425K. But unfortunately, the cafe inn got stuck between the 2K records of the shootings. This graph shows us basically the days of the week in the bottom and the hours. So we can see here the Fridays and the Mondays are usually the higher crime rates as comparative to the remaining days in the area. So cost reduction. How are we gonna do the cost reduction on this thing, as this is the new system that is going to be implemented to this coffee shop. So it's all, every business is all about reducing the cost so that they can make more profits. The answer to this is QuickSight calculates the usage. You don't have to pay upfront the cost based on the usage you are going to use. Scaling. Scaling is another factor that we need to implement to analyze for all the other states and the cities where the cafe inn has the franchises. So, with the help of QuickSight and S3, we can easily increase or decrease the storage and the users accordingly. Coming to virtualization, QuickSight also hosts a VIM and the hypervisor, which further accesses the host in the different regions. So grid computing for the QuickSight is a combination of different features like Spice. This is different servers like Salesforce, Adobe Analytics, etc. These are all spread over different geographical locations to provide the accurate services to the end users. We have learned so many different new concepts in this project. The first one is the Spice. Spice, we didn't know what Spice was before doing this project, and we learned so much about. Coming to next is exporting the CSV files into the manifest files. Then dashboard embedding was another concept that we learned. How to support the third-party applications in our QuickSight and the S3 platforms. So solutions. After analyzing all the situation and the graphs provided by the S3 and the QuickSight, we found out that Cafe Inn should implement the drive-through from 16 to 1800 hours, particularly on Fridays and Mondays. We got this answer all because of the Amazon Web Services, S3, and the QuickSight. And we would like to thank you for giving us time to present ourselves in front of everyone. Thank you so much.